Everybody, welcome back. Doing another Marvel Future Revolution video. In this one, it's sort of weird. I'm going to just share some things with you because I was just sitting here thinking about what to do with the video. I have a long list of videos of things I could do, and I just kept staring at my computer, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just go do that. So anyway, I'll get to it in a second. If you're new to the channel, check out the Discord link description below. If you want to follow content with this channel from now for this game or maybe something in the future, consider hitting that subscribe button. All right, let's get to it.
Bring me WolverThor!
So what the heck is this video about? I don't know, that maybe the summary is going to happen at the end. So essentially what I was doing is I get ideas come to me from videos in a million different ways. Sometimes it's from a comment in a YouTube video. Sometimes it's just I see something and I'm like, oh, that could be a good video. Sometimes somebody suggests a specific video. Sometimes there's obvious things that are like, people might need to know that. I'm going to shoot a video on it. And so I was just looking at my list and just thinking, and a lot of the list was just stuff that just doesn't seem like important right now. There were things like certain builds, stuff that I still need to do a Wolverine PvP official build, even though I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but I just wanted to do some more testing. I haven't had time to do some testing. And I want to build them up. And part of the reason I haven't built them up a lot is because of everything that's been going on. I did the video the other day about the offers and, how long these things are in here and all that. And I've got you can see how much gold I have here and crystals here. I've got all this saved up. I do these things because I purchase it at certain times. I've said this before that, and actually I saw a video today with, Cynic Alex, where oddly enough, I've watched some of his videos for Future Fight recently, just from some of the coverage he did for Future Revolution. So I've just been intrigued. And the video that I saw was just about, he does similar, and it was about how much he'd spent. And over the course of 7 years, he spent 15 grand, which at surface value, 15 grand for a video game over 7 years is a lot of money. But thinking about somebody who's at that aspect of the game, a content creator, a large content creator, and to make those sort of wise decisions and sort of keeping pace, I thought was, good. And so I try to encourage everybody to take that approach. It's definitely what I do. It's why you see stuff there. It's why you see, whenever I've got, things in storage, I've got not a ton, but a decent amount here. You can see I've got some specials. I've got some five-star regionals. A bunch of other 4-star regionals that I could do selectors. I've got some boxes that open, not a ton, but a decent amount, but really it's up here. And then on my Spider-Man, I've got a bunch of special gear that I'm debating, maybe moving around, all these sort of things. And the reason that I typically do that is so I can take advantage of things when they drop. I did this in Marvel Strike Force when I played that game as well, because, I don't just get every single thing that comes along. I try to make sure to be wise about what I spend. I try to be wise about what I put things into and make the right decision, or at least what I think is the right decision when something comes along. So that's why I try to be analytical. Sometimes that might frustrate people when they're like, hey, where's your build for this? And I'm like, I just... sorry, I'm not ready for that yet. Some people jump right in. Sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. Sometimes even me waiting, I'm wrong. But that's sometimes the pace I like to go, unless, I get an opportunity to really do it. So, that then relates to Future Revolution. What's happening in it? They've got this, like I said, I've got all this stuff that I could do. Look at all these, I got 58 card boxes. I've got over almost 200 of all of these. I haven't touched the dimension box in a long time because I was waiting for new specials to get special badges to get put in there. That's not come around. I'm like, okay, I got all these costumes. There is a costume deal in here, which this isn't a bad one. Because you get a 5% chance for 5-star. And I said this in some other videos, and I'm going to mention it again in case you missed it. Cookies put this math together. So it caps out at 100 of these. So if you didn't see that, it is at 100. So you can only do 100, and you can use the draw pulls, but you can do 100 of those 10 pulls. So Now that's 100 times 110 pulls. So even at buying the entire banner, you would only net 17 red star pieces. That's a rough cost of $2,200. That means you're 11 nanos short of completing every set. So I sit there and look at that and I think about that and I'm going, first off, why do you limit to 100? If Krakens want to crack, let them crack. You know what I mean? Just let them do it. And at the same time, I'm sitting here going, that is not, I talk about fodder in this game. There's just all these problems with fodder. And they've got something here that could help. And it's not a great deal. So I haven't done it. And this is the sort of thing that I'm just sitting here and I stare and I'm going, what do I want to talk about? What do I want to do? Like, I can't, I've obviously done a bunch of videos for, hey, Netmarble, what the heck's going on? Hey, community, people who are interested. These are some options that I've heard about that people have asked me to sort of broadcast. I've broadcasted those. People are looking into those. Is Netmarble going to do anything? I don't know. Are they not talking clearly? At this point, I'm not sure they even care. I'll just say that. I'm just not sure. While I'm interested to see what happens over the next 2 weeks, me personally, whatever happens in the next in that first week of October is really going to set the tone for me for this game. I think that if they really don't do anything, it's going to show me that they are not engaged. They don't call it maintenance mode, call it whatever you want. It is not an engaged developer, marketing team, CEO, game master. Honestly, like, it boggles for anybody who lives in Korea, if you guys watch this, I would be knocking, if these guys were, somewhere close to me, I would be knocking on their door and being like, what are you doing? This is not the way that you're supposed to treat your folks. This is not how you treat people who spend money on your game. I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to do this, that we lose a lot of our massive whales, Krakens. A lot of people have gone after some money in the game, and I don't know if they've been successful or not. I don't necessarily encourage that, but I just don't understand what Netmarble's doing. So anyway, I'm just sitting here staring at my computer going, I don't know what to do here. I just don't know what to do with this game. Meaning, like, I don't false hype things. I refuse. Even if somebody pays me money, if a company came and said, look, do 5 videos a month for us, I would absolutely do it. Sure. Like, how much? Yeah, I'd love to do it. But I'm going to give my honest opinion. So if you want 5 videos a month, I will give you 5 videos a month. But don't tell me to tell these people or whoever might be watching that this is an awesome game. If you want me to force people to say, or like, if you want me to, like, I just can't do it. So now if somebody came and says, I'll buy your house, there's a price for everybody, right? No. I just, at the core of me, I have to say what I think I feel. And if I think something's struggling, I say it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys or anybody else like, oh, well, why don't you just, the community is going to, be upset, or it's going to be, it's going to be a problem because people might quit. Okay, well, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to lie to people? Like, I'm going to tell them what I see. Now, right now, everybody's speculating. Everyone is not sure what to think. I personally, I'm not going to be really spending much on the game, if really at all. I've got all of those tickets and everything. So yes, I will spend and use those. But I need to see a lot from Netmarble. The fact that they didn't even, forget the anniversary for a second. Forget no advertising for Wolverine. The fact that they didn't even do a September bundle. I'm like, dude, that's borderline free money. So I want to see how much Netmarble cares. People are still talking about the truck stuff. We'll see if that comes to fruition. I told people if they were down for it, I'd gladly help fundraise by streaming or doing videos and all that sort of thing, and help sort of conjure something up there. But we got to see how that comes out. So I'm really at this tough spot, and so people are asking me and talking to me about different games and all these different things. And one of the things that I will say is that I've absolutely started looking to other games. I'm not quitting this game. I still want to play this game. I love all the fundamental things about this game. I love my alliance. I love meeting up with them every night and talking Dark Zone, doing raids. It's fun. Every night I'm in Discord with my alliance mates, and it's fun. I do wish that games would make it so it's like, hey, we have 2 raid nights a week, and that's when I go, whatever. And then those other nights a week, that's what I did for WoW. You know, I personally prefer, you know, that versus, you know, every night raiding type thing, because, you know, it's, well, what about, you know, going out to with my wife? What about just watching the movies? You know, what about going to bed early, or, you know, anything along those lines? So, you know, I do wish that was a little different, but it's not because I, you know, don't want to be with my alliance mates. I do, and that's fun. So, you know, I'd love to hear from you guys a little bit about what you think you're going to do. What do you think I should do? Are there any games out there you're interested in? You know, I am currently debating about other games that are coming out. I'm a big Marvel guy. Love Marvel. It's one of the biggest things that I'm into. I got a bunch of comic books behind my green screen here. I cover MCU stuff, so if you want to check out that channel, it's in the link below, or in the description below. It's just me and a couple friends of mine who we talk, you know, the MCU shows. We haven't done movies yet, but we just talk about when we get a chance. We'd only do like one video a week or one video every couple weeks, because, you know, we're not trying to drive content per se, but it's fun. We enjoy it. You know, I technically have a second gaming channel that, you know, I'm the YouTube algorithm. I just try to figure that out. And then I've got my live stream channel, so, which is more of my playground. But, you know, I'm looking at some of these other games. I'm looking at, you know, a lot of them sadly aren't coming out for a long time. We've got Ashes of Creation, which is an MMO out there. We've got the Riot MMO that's out there. But these things are, you know, anywhere from 5 to 8 years out. And you know, what am I supposed to do with that, right? You know, I can't necessarily just sit here. And I love gaming, and I never thought it would be this, but I love making content. It's a hobby, you know. I'd love to do it full time, you know, but the ad revenue is not even close. I can't even have a car payment. So it really is just for the love of the game, so to speak. So I'm really torn right now. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna keep playing. If Netmarble doesn't start showing some sort of movement somewhere, I've got to start thinking about the time spent, even with, you know, covering the game a little bit. I want to continue to cover, but it's got to make sense. And, you know, if I'm forcing myself to make videos, and like even this video is a weird video. I mean, I'm not delusional to think that it's not. It's a weird video. What is it even about? It's about me not knowing the direction of this game, me not knowing what to do next, and trying to figure out how to take my channel, how to do content for anyone who might be watching, anyone who might be interested in this game. And I'm just to the point where I'm hoping that, you know, Netmarble can potentially do something, but also bringing it up to you guys and seeing what you think, what you might be interested in. You know, some of you might be only here for MFR stuff, and I get that, you know, but if there's something that you're interested in for the channel for the future, definitely let me know. I'll drop things here and there on this channel if I see something that's cool, and then eventually, I mean, I might, you know, just make that second channel for a new game, depending what happens with this game, or if this game just falls off the face of the earth, then maybe I'll, you know, use this channel to go and do whatever, you know, game that is. So anyway, that's what I got. You know, again, this is very rambly, but I was stuck on what to talk about, and I just was like, you know what, I need to talk about that and where I'm at, and just share and see what people think. Because, you know, when you are in a community, you know, like this, I think that sometimes it's, you know, it's, you want to lean on each other, and, you know, I lean on all of you, probably more than you look for any sort of build that I'd put out there, or any sort of video that I'd put out. You know, I really I love reading the comments. I love interacting. You know, sometimes I can't do it as much as I'd like, just because I work and my family and kids. But anyway, I just, you know, let me know what all your guys' thoughts are. I'm going to keep trying to push Netmarble on this game. I want to challenge them. I want them to think about what they're doing. You know, I still think this is, you know, a huge mistake of theirs to just sort of let this game, like, just sort of wither and sit there and, you know, not do something. I mean, there's just so much goodness here that it's weird to me that they're just quiet and sort of letting it just do whatever it's currently doing, which I'm not sure I even know the answer is. So anyway, I'm going to stop rambling at this point. Appreciate you guys making this far. If you want to hammer down like buttons, click notification bell, subscribe, all that sort of thing, you know, I appreciate you. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. And this Mephisto goes to Cougar Town. All right, I'll see you guys later.